Some breaking updates coming in. We're getting in visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's chairing a high-level meeting on the situation in Sudan. Remember, there are several Indians who are still stranded. The Ministry of External Affairs has also confirmed that it is in touch with the officials in the neighboring countries to ensure a safe passage of the Indians who are stranded there. So Prime Minister Modi chairing a high-level meeting on the Sudan situation and ensuring that Indians can be brought back from the violence-hit Sudan. My colleague Mohit joining us on the broadcast with the details. Mohit, this is a very important meeting. Lives of several Indians, there are people here worried, waiting for the Indians to return.
Well, you see, it's a very, very crucial meeting, and it's at a time when the crisis within Sudan is getting intense day by day, and we know for a fact that how around 300 people, including an Indian citizen, has also been killed in the clashes. And we also know that how the Ministry of External Affairs is in constant touch with the authorities over there in Sudan and within the nearby countries, that how exactly the evacuation of Indian nationals will take place. While we speak, Prime Minister is chairing the meeting. We have got the photo also. And let me tell our viewers that who exactly are part of this meeting. The Foreign Secretary is part of this meeting. Representatives of Ministry of Defense are part of this meeting. Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister, is also part of this meeting. Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Chief Marshal, ambassadors and officials from the PMO, and also the officials from Embassy of India, Riyadh, are also there in this meeting, because the countries which are nearby Sudan, they can be used for safe evacuation of Indian nationals, and this process might start in a day or so, because as we speak the clashes are getting intense over there. Many of the Indian citizens who are stuck over there have appealed to the Indian government, and their relatives have appealed to the Indian government that the people who are stuck over there, they are short of the food supplies. In fact, many of them have said that they do not have anything to eat. On daily basis, firing is happening over there, shots are being fired, and also the crisis of the electricity is also there in the country of Sudan. And that is why we see that how there is a complete collapse of law and order over there. Around 300 people have been killed, and hence this particular meeting, which is being chaired by Prime Minister himself, is very, very important. And after this meeting, we'll get to know that what exactly will be the steps that India will be taking to safely evacuate the Indian citizen, because the priority of the Indian government as of now is to evacuate every single Indian citizen that is stuck over there, and to provide them help, to provide them assistance. And what we're also getting to know from our sources at the countries which are nearby Sudan, like Saudi Arabia, UAE, they all will be taken help of. Indian officials are talking with the governments over there that first they can be evacuated to all these countries, and then they can be brought back to India. So it's a very crucial meeting that is taking place. Prime Minister is chairing this particular meeting, and in fact the Chief of Army, Chief of Navy and Chief of Air Force are also the part of this particular meeting, that what exactly would be the action that would be taken. So we'll get to know after this meeting when the evacuation process will start and what exactly would be the next step of the Indian government, because continuously we have seen that how the ME have said they are in touch with the authorities, and they want, as of now, their priority is to evacuate every single citizen, and that is why Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself is taking with this meeting with the External Affairs Minister and all the senior bureaucrats and the officials from the Air Force and the Navy. Back to you.
Okay, all right. So this meeting also comes after India had also said that it will be focusing on the safety and well-being of the Indians. They're also saying that the situation remains extremely tense.
Well, yes, and we know that how, as per the reports, around 300 people have been killed in Sudan, now including an Indian citizen. Now, the priority of Indian government as of now is to evacuate every single Indian citizen that is stuck in there in Sudan. And we also know that how on daily basis, we know that how the news is coming around that the fights over there are getting intense, they are getting violent. Now we also know that how there is a massive shortage of the food supply over there. The electricity is not being provided over there. The electrical supplies rather have been cut over there, and hence it's very, very important for our country to ensure that every single Indian citizen is being evacuated from Sudan back to India. Unfortunately, are getting to know is that one Indian national has already lost his life in the ongoing clashes that are happening in Sudan, and hence after this meeting we'll get to know that what exactly would be the evacuation plan of India and when exactly this evacuation plan will start, because we all also need to understand that it's very difficult as of now for officials to go to Sudan and rescue them by the flights or by the sea route, and hence the help of the neighboring countries would also be taken, and that is why officials from Riyadh embassy are also there in this particular meeting.
Okay.